2004 Ford Focus, engine size 2.3 ZTS. Ford has discontinued a lot of the parts for all the cars that they make, including some of the trucks. You cannot find parts to fix your vehicle. Okay? Now this is an aftermarket catalytic converter with a built-in exhaust manifold. This here rail here is a secondary here. This uses a pipe ring, which give a good seal. Okay, you could use a flange, but the flange not going to seal it right. The pipe ring seals it. Okay, and this catalytic converter has 3 O2 sensors. One at the bottom where it ties into the flex pipe. One in the center of the catalytic converter, and one on the top of the catalytic converter. Okay? Now, Ford has discontinued, I want to say, 85% of the parts. 85% of the parts. Okay? Do not sell the heat shield anymore. Do not sell the support bracket that supports this catalytic converter to the engine block. Do not sell it anymore. Okay? Or the heat shield. Okay? Now I bought this heat shield from Amazon. Okay? It's aluminum. I'm going to insulate the catalytic converter and the manifold. So I'm going to cut this aluminum with a scissors and fit it underneath the manifold and on the top. Okay, it has two 10mm bolts. I'm gonna bolt it down. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut it to have it slide underneath there. And then I'm gonna use these two bolts and bolt them down. Okay? So it could keep the heat off of the alternator. Okay, because heat will kill the alternator. Okay? So all I'm winding in there will burn it up and kill it. Okay, so you wanna always insulate your catalytic converter and your manifold. Okay? Now you get it from Amazon, the aluminum heat shield. Okay? That's the part number there. That's the part number right there. Okay, come 15-inch by 39 inches. It comes rolled up like this. And you cut it to fit. Okay? And I said this is the part number there, the heat shield. And this is your hot rod. Alright, this is hot rod. It's like a type of fabric. Protect your wires. Okay? So when I install this new alternator, I'm gonna put the wires in here. It's like a sleeve, it protects it. Okay, from getting burned. Alright? It's called hot rod. Okay? And if you look at your alternator cable that goes direct to the positive side, they have this shield on it. It's like a fabric, but it's called hot rod. You can get this on Amazon. Alright, so it comes. That's the part number right there. Okay? That's the part number that you get from Amazon. Alright? The length and the diameter in it. Alright? I'm gonna read it. 15mm, 1/2 inch, 3M, 10 foot. Alright? So you come in a 10-foot section, 15mm, 1/2 inch. It's called hot rod. Okay? This protect your wires. Because this alternator, when Ford designed this vehicle, it didn't use the head. But this alternator alternator sit direct under that exhaust manifold, and it's right close to the catalytic converter. Okay, so that will kill this alternator if this pipe is not insulated or the exhaust manifold. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to insulate the bottom of the exhaust manifold and the top. I'm going to cut it to fit in between here and insulate it. I'm going to use this two 10mm bolts hole and bolt it down. Okay, and I'm going to use one of these band clamps, these long ones. Alright, and when I fold it in, I'll be folding the bottom and the top. I'm going to put a band clamp around it and secure it. And I'm going to use one band clamp on the catalytic converter. I'm going to cut it and wrap this around it to protect the wires, because this catalytic converter gets hot seeing through the exhaust manifold. Okay, so I'm just sharing this information with people out there who doesn't know. Okay, and it comes with these two long band clamps. Okay, they're long enough so I can, once I bolt these two down, I'm gonna put holes in it. Use two 10mm bolts, and you hold this down right here. And once I cut it, sand it in there, I'm gonna use this long clamp and put it around like this and clamp down this. Then I'm gonna use one on the catalytic converter. Alright, and I said this is hot rod, it's a fabric. You slide the wires in here to protect your wires from being burnt. Alright, I'm sliding the 3 signal wires for the alternator into here, so it'll protect it. Alright, that's called hot rod. Get from Amazon. Alright, and this is a new alternator. I'm gonna install it. Alright, this alternator failed. Okay, it was not charging the battery. So DB sent me one, I'm gonna replace it. Alright, that's the part number there. Alright, brand new. It's not remanufactured. Alright, brand new. And it come with the specs too. Come with the specs. Like I said, this alternator failed. It only lasts 3 months. So I'm replacing it with a new one. Alright, that's a spec sheet. Like I said, this is your hot rod. Get it on Amazon. And when you buy this shield, it comes with 2 stainless steel clamps. They're long, real long. Okay? You can insulate your exhaust manifold and your catalytic converter. And also you can buy these clamps at AutoZone. They come in a pack. Alright? Or you can get it on Amazon if you need it more. But all I need is one for the exhaust manifold and one for the catalytic converter. And I have extra because I use these clamps a lot. When I do in the rock companion, when I'm putting it on the boot, protect the inner tire from getting damaged, I use these a lot. Alright, like I said, you can buy it in the corner of 10. These clamps, stainless steel. So, I'm going to install this new catalytic converter built in with the exhaust manifold. I'm going to wrap it first, insulate it with aluminum wrap, and insulate the exhaust manifold. Alright, so I'm just sharing this information there with people. If you ever had to replace it, do not worry about the exhaust bracket or the heat shield. You don't need to use that exhaust bracket. Okay, I guess when they first designed these Ford, they didn't use a head. Okay, you don't technically do not need that exhaust bracket. It will support its own weight, the manifold. Okay, you got like 7 nuts, and it goes on to the studs. in the engine block, and it will support the weight. Okay, let's see, get it from Amazon. So I'm gonna insulate this. I'm gonna wrap this. I'm gonna cut it to fit. Wrap the whole cap and below the exhaust manifold and the top. All right, little.